Hey guys, Charles Damiano back from the Bruce Lee collection for another exciting episode, and once again, I'm here with my good buddy, Hector Martinez!
Charlie!
Yeah, man, I love it!
Listen,
love it!
I haven't had coffee.
And you're still pretty enthusiastic.
So I still got a little bit of energy.
There we go, Layla.
Oh, look who's here.
Layla almost made an appearance,
Layla. She gets all excited too, yeah.
Wow, man, I'm really excited about this one, brother. Man,
yeah.
I think the audience can really see what we have displayed here today already, but I'm gonna have you explain.
Wait, mommy.
Oh, she wants to make an appearance.
I think she wants to narrate the, do a presentation. Layla, we'll give you a treat in a little while.
Wow, man, when I first saw this piece of Brandon, Hector, this was just one of a kind, a little spooky when I first saw it, but
yeah.
Why don't you tell the audience the story behind this, how you acquired it, and the little background on it, man, because I think they're gonna be blown away by this.
Absolutely. You know what I always say? The spookiest, the better.
Yeah, man.
It's got to be spooky, because if it's spooky, it's because it looks real.
Yeah, and it certainly does.
Yeah, and that's what we want. We want realism. Now, Charlie, what you're looking at here, as well as your audience, what you're looking at here is a mask, and this is what they call the Stunt Mask, which was created for Brandon Lee's stunt double in the 1994 classic, The Crow.
Ah, okay.
Now, it's kind of bittersweet when I talk about this, because let me give your audience more or less the details of how this mask was created. It was created from Brandon Lee's life cast. In other words, it came from Brandon's original face aesthetics and features. So the mask was created for the purpose of applying the Crow makeup. Yeah. The makeup of the character Eric Draven. So, but sadly, Charlie, and tragically, when Brandon died, they didn't know if they were going to finish the movie The Crow.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
So, of course, Brandon's mother, Miss Linda Lee Cadwell, she gave the green light to finish the movie in tribute to Brandon Lee. So 90% of the film was already finished.
Yeah, right, exactly.
It was already completed. So they needed to make the remaining shots. So they used a stunt double. Now, according to Bridget Bice, my apologies if I'm mispronouncing it. According to her 2004 book, The Crow, behind the scenes of the story of the movie The Crow, Bridget goes on to say that the makeup department casted a mask from Brandon Lee's features from his life cast, and they placed that mask on the stunt double. Wow. When the stunt double came on set, the cast that originally worked with Brandon could not take it.
They didn't want to do it.
They didn't want to do it. It creeped them out. Yeah. They thought that it looked like Brandon actually came back to life.
Because they made the mask from his likeness.
It looked just like Brandon.
And they apply it to your, when they do that, they apply it to your face, yeah. So it comes out looking exactly like Brandon.
Just like Brandon.
So it spooked them out too much to have the stunt double appear with the mask on to finish those parts.
They refused to work with the stunt. That's why they went with CGI.
I know, and then you notice they don't show his face that much when they show the part that when he's sitting by the mirror and you just see the back of him.
See shadows.
Darkness. They don't really show the frontal view that much.
Correct.
The stunt double playing Brandon Lee.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So they went with CGI instead. So the story behind this, Charlie, is that my friend Leo Lopez.
Yeah, Leo!
Leo!
We did a great episode on Leo Lopez. Remember that one?
Leo's the man.
If any of you guys missed that episode on Leo's acquisition of some original Crow items, I'm gonna leave a link above, and you can watch the whole episode on Leo's Crow items.
Leo's a serious collector.
Oh my God!
He owns the original outfit.
The outfit
that Brandon used in the movie The Crow.
And he made a whole life-size figure of him putting the outfit on the figure.
It looks like he's got Brandon in his home.
Yeah, so you guys will be blown away when you see that episode.
Now, I want to make a correction. There's several outfits out there. For those that may say, but how do you know that that's Brandon's original outfit? Because several were made for the movie. It's always the case.
Hey everyone, my name's Leo.
I'm Frank.
We're both here today to give you guys a tour of Brandon Lee's original screen-used hero costume from the film The Crow. This particular costume has been in storage for an incredibly long time and was only recently made available for sale, and I was incredibly blessed to be able to pick that up. So join us while we go into a little detail on this costume piece.
But Leo, the consummate collector and fan that he is, he compared the outfit, every detail, every stitch.
That was an amazing video.
Every blemish, every tear, every spot, every drip of blood, every burn mark to the film.
I know.
And it matched
perfectly. Yep.
Which confirms that Leo does have the original Crow outfit from The Crow.
Yeah.
So Leo went on to buy Charlie at this auction called the Prop Store.
I remember that, yes.
And he bought the original Stuntman mask. The original mask
one.
That was taken from Brandon's life.
And there's only one made.
There's only one in existence.
One existent, and Leo purchased it.
Leo owns it.
Yep.
So it is still a one-piece latex mask. It's not glued down to anything, which actually makes it very, very beautiful, because it is what it always was, a latex mask. It's just being represented here to its utmost.
This mask gives it the character and the soul of Brandon Lee that he wanted this piece to have, right?
Absolutely. It is the soul of it, because
throughout the years, I was blessed to find out that Leo decided to commission 3 copies of that mask.
Crazy. I want one!
So, naturally, Leo owns the original.
Right.
He owns a replica.
Right.
The artist that he commissioned for the process
has the second. And he called me and sold me the third. He said, Hector, would you like the third?
Bro, I'm a Crow fan.
I know.
I'm a Crow fan.
Look at this collection behind us here.
It's a couple of little things there. I'm a Crow fan, I'm a Brandon Lee fan, and having Brandon's aesthetics in my collection is a joy. So, Leo had the mask commissioned to make a replica, and the artist also did this amazing paint job on the mask.
It's simply crazy. When you showed me the photo of it on your phone and what you just got, my first reaction was, wow, Hector, that looks exactly like Brandon, but it's a little eerie and spooky. And now when I visited your apartment today and I saw it sitting on your display,
looking at you
in person, it's even more lifelike. I can't believe it.
It's amazing. It's
really, and the way
it's a joy.
Talk about the eyes and the hair and how everything is attached together.
Well, the wig is a standard wig.
Okay.
But Leo, I believe he did some cutting, some styling, kind of to replicate Brandon's style, hairstyle in the Crow. Wow. Now the eyes, Brandon had hazel eyes.
Yes.
They were kind of greenish, brownish, beautiful eyes. And so Leo also sent for these glass eyes to place on the
That's
mask.
why it looks so real.
Yeah, yeah.
And I thought the eyes, and I asked you this earlier, were in the mannequin stand, but you said the eyes are actually in
behind the mask.
Behind the mask, already placed in the mask.
Indeed. The mask is just, it doesn't start from the forehead. It's built all the way, it's created all the way from the back.
Wow.
So it's like a cap. It goes over the stuntman's head.
Right.
And it comes over. So it's a great fit. And the paint job is great. I love the
oh man,
the texture. I believe it's latex.
Okay.
So
yeah, no, the paint job is phenomenal on what they did on this mask, and we'll show some close-ups of it. But I just want to turn this a little bit. Let's do a full turn so they can actually see the back of it, and that's the back of the hair. He really did a nice cut job. I mean, he made it really look like the hairstyle that Brandon had,
similar to the film.
Yeah, similar to the film, which kind of just complements the whole aesthetic of the mask, man. Wow.
You know, Charlie, the night I brought the mask in, because I had to deliver it to my job.
This is just freaking me out looking at it this close. Oh.
I brought it in, and my wife is not really into my collection.
Yeah.
I mean, she respects the fact, that I like to collect, and there's no problem with that. But when I showed her this, her expression said it all. She goes, "That's a mask?"
Yeah.
Like, what the? It looks so real.
It looks so real, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. What a beautiful find, man. This is, again, another
I'm grateful
very rare piece, because 3 in existence, even though it's the replica, there's only 3 in existence of the replica, right? And then the one original, and that's it.
Correct. I mean, listen, you've got collectors, Charlie. They would never even dream of making replicas of their original pieces, whatever they may be. So I was shocked, surprised, and pleased when Leo woke up one morning and said, "You know what? I'm going to make 3 replicas."
Man.
I mean, it's like, he blessed me in a way. It's, I can't afford the original.
No.
And, Leo paid thousands of dollars.
Same with the outfit, the crow outfit. Thousands. Like
I'm going to be honest.
Over 20,000, I heard.
25.
25, yeah. And the prop store is a creditable company that has original props from movie sets of all the major films.
100%.
So it's no joke that
they're reputable, they're respectable.
Oh, absolutely. So, yeah, wow, man. Well, this is amazing, Hector. I commend you once again for just another great piece in your collection. And I know this year was going to be the year where you had some really one-of-a-kind original items, and now the mask, in addition to the nunchucks, which we did a week or 2 ago, and the tombstone, you really have upgraded your collection.
Well, Charlie, it's I don't know how to explain it, but as you get older, you want to add a little more quality to your. But the time eventually is going to come when I'm going to stop collecting. So I decided, let me just collect a few really nice pieces now, have them there in my display, and just enjoy the rest of my life, with them.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm going to continue collecting these things.
I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. Well, you're doing a great job, man. I love the items, and
thank you, Charlie.
I can't wait to see the next one you come up with. I know you have something up your sleeve, man.
I got a good one. I got a good one, and well, you know what?
Oh, let's
bring it out.
Let's do that. Stay tuned, guys. Here we come. All right, guys, we're back for another father and son episode. So we did Brandon Mask, and now we're switching over to Bruce Lee, another special item that you have here. Why don't you explain to our audience what you have here on this table?
Charlie, what we got here is some Bruce Lee fragrance. It's a Bruce Lee fragrance. And this came out in 2012, February of 2012. It was a line of fragrances that was released in Dubai by the Chowdhury Perfume Company.
Yes.
And it's Chowdhury in Paris.
Yep.
The perfume company, it was produced in Paris. It was released in Dubai. And it's actually licensed by the Bruce Lee estate.
Yeah, this was going to be a big initiative right at the time, because I know we saw those YouTube videos with Shannon promoting this back then when it first came out. So what's the other part of the story? So it never hit the market, or?
Well, actually, this was released in Dubai.
It was.
And Shannon was trying to make it a global release, but unfortunately, I don't know why, but it never happened.
Gaia.
It was never released in any other part of the world. So it was available in Paris and Dubai for a short period of time. Now, how I came across this, I have a friend of mine who's a Bruce Lee fan.
And she's deserving of a shout out because she's a big fan of the channel, big Bruce Lee fan as well, I know.
I told her, I said, Joanne, I'm going to send a shout out to you because you deserve it. Not because you're my friend, but because it was through Joanne, Joanne Diaz,
yes,
out of Fajardo, Puerto Rico.
Yes.
I got this cologne. So
Joanne, shout out to you. We need to get her on the channel one day. I heard she has a Bruce Lee collection.
Joanne is a Bruce Lee collector. She's a fan. But not only that, she is a Taekwondo black belt.
Yes.
So she is indeed a real martial artist. So Joanne, being the fan of Bruce Lee that she is, she had a friend who worked at a perfume store, a fragrance store, called Perfumania. And a sample of this is the sample right here, it made it to the store in Puerto Rico.
Wow.
Which is very odd. Only one bottle made it to Puerto Rico.
Unbelievable.
So the manager knew that Joanne was a fan of Bruce Lee, called her up and said, "Hey, Joanne, I got a bottle of Bruce Lee cologne. Are you interested?"
I never even knew one existed.
Neither did I. So eventually she said yes. She went to the store and the manager gifted Joanne this piece.
Wow, what a great piece. I love the boxing behind it.
It's pretty cool.
What does it say over there?
This one is called Don't Think, Feel.
Yeah. I love it.
So it's got the Kickman.
The Flying Man, yes.
The Flying Kickman logo. And the back is Bruce Lee from his role in Enter the Dragon doing a sidekick. And
then you have the cologne bottle itself with the Flying Man on the front, and in the back they actually use the sidekick.
Oh,
on the other side of the label.
You know what? I didn't even notice
that. You can see it through the cologne, which is great. And I think I should just spray some on you today.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Well, actually, I have not used it.
No.
I've been curious, but...
I would be curious to see the fragrance as well, but you know what? Let's not open it.
Charlie, I didn't see that.
Yeah, see that? Yeah.
It's a shot of Bruce Lee doing the side.
Yeah, we'll take some nice close-up photos of that so the audience can see all the different angles of the bottle, because this is a really unique piece, man. I love it.
Thank you, Charlie. So, Bruce Lee was so cool. And he was a very classy guy, right? And Shannon Lee, according to Bruce Lee's daughter Shannon, she said that Bruce Lee's favorite fragrance was patchouli.
Oh, look at that.
Patchouli. Patchouli is an oil from an herb, and it's very sweet. Mm-hmm. And Bruce Lee was known to use patchouli. It's interesting, patchouli. They should have came up with something like that, right?
Tied into his last name, Lee.
Lee.
Yeah.
But I heard a story in one of my books here from, don't remember the book, but it's the history of a Hong Kong film, and they covered a section on Bruce Lee. And Shaw Brothers film actress Cheng Pei Pei mentions that she remembers Bruce Lee coming to her home to meet with her and her husband, and he always had a smell of incense.
Wow. The guy was a styling man in every way, man. His dress, his look, the way he smelled. He carried himself first class all the time. Yeah,
she says she remembers Bruce Lee leaving the house and leaving a scent of incense. And there's also a documentary, I forget the name of the documentary, but there's a gentleman there, Asian martial artist, who recalls his encounter with Bruce Lee. And he says that Bruce Lee made an appearance in Hong Kong, and what he remembers was the smell of cologne in the air. He said, "I remember when Bruce Lee approached me, and the wind kind of blew in his direction, and he smelt Bruce Lee's fragrance, which was pretty strong," he says. But then he goes on to say that he chatted and he did some sticky hands.
It's probably the fragrance you mentioned. How do you pronounce that again?
Patchouli.
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 Everyone will be purchasing that fragrance now. Where can we get it? Because everyone's going to want to smell like Bruce Lee.
They want to smell like Bruce Lee, you know?
Patchouli.
Patchouli.
I love it.
But, you know, you can tell by the photos that Bruce Lee had a sweating problem.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he had a perspiration problem. He was always sweating. I mean, the man was always moving.
Yeah, yeah.
He was never, you know, sitting still.
That's why he removed the sweat glands under his armpits.
Correct.
He didn't want to see those huge, remember those huge stains you used to see in his tank tops? And he didn't like the way that looked on screen, so he had them removed at one point.
And he certainly did.
Yeah.
So a combination of, I believe, deodorants and also Bruce liked to smell good. You know,
wow.
the guy was a classy guy. So this is Bruce Lee. This is known as Don't Think, Feel.
Wow, man.
And I am honored to have this in the collection.
Well, thanks for showing this to the guys. First time I'm seeing it, and let's thank Joan Diaz again for getting you this item, man. Because I think you may be the only one that have Cologne and Bruce Lee here in the United States, man.
Yeah. Official Bruce Lee Cologne.
Bruce Lee Cologne.
Sponsor.
Wow.
It's a Charger. What is it? The Charger of Paris, and endorsed by the Bruce Lee estate.
Wow. Well, guys, let us hear from you in the comments if you ever seen this cologne or have heard of this cologne before. I'd love to see, or if you even have one in your collection, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. And for those of you new to the channel, haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Give the video a thumbs up if you like what you saw today, because we're always trying to supply you with some really great and interesting and unique content. And Hector does a great job in getting us some of these items that we display here on the channel. So I want to thank you once again for that, man.
Charlie, it's my pleasure.
You're always showing us some beauties, man, and some you know, dragon history, dragon prominence, and you know, you're really great at that. So thanks again.
I appreciate it.
And you know, I guess we should sign out now after that beautiful Brandon Lee Crow mask and now the fragrance. You know, guys, we're gonna sign out now. As always, we say, have fun collecting, and we'll see you guys next time.
And God bless.